What up? What up? I am DJ Q Ball.
It's your boy Jilla Beats.
Your boy Versatile.
And this is the Unplugged Talk Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Right here is where we give you the uncut, unedited, everything talk.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But before we get into that, we got Shannon the Shooter in the building.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl. I got to stop doing that shit.
What you mean?
Let me try this again. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Shannon the Shooter, the Who Do You Love producer. Q-Ball, we talking about the way I come in. I come in too hard with
Right,
it.
she be doing the snake when she come in. And
Man,
I got the.
Hey, you got the longest EPK of supervisor names, producer names in the planet. So it's all good.
I'm trying to keep it spicy.
Right.
Yeah, but before we get into anything else, man, how y'all weeks been, man?
Good.
Man,
good.
the week is good, man. The month is good. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Big
sir.
Gemini, Joe. It's the Gemini month for
jeez.
those that don't recognize.
Okay, all right.
We recognize.
All right.
Gotta throw that out there.
All right.
We kind of like we something like the most hated sign, man. Like, why is that?
No, Leo is.
I don't know,
The
bro.
most hated
I don't
sign,
know.
They hate
man.
Leo.
I don't know.
I don't really, get into the science stuff.
I don't either, but
Nah.
just by paying attention, it's like, man,
Yeah.
Geminis get the most shade.
Cause y'all say whatever y'all want to say. Probably
I don't
got
know.
something to do with
I don't know. You might have got a beat out over the no did he? You might have got a beat out over the weekend, cause I try to tell you, I just learned they were like, hey, they were comparing notes and it was like the Aries, and I was like, I don't know nothing about nothing. Yeah, they said it was worse than them, and I was like, dang.
All I know is about myself, and I'm a Gemini, and then we supposed to be all this and all that.
Well, happy birthday to the Gemini.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
salute to the
Happy birthday
Gemini.
all the Geminis.
Salute.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what though? I give y'all this though. Y'all some bosses though. I keep it a buck.
Appreciate that,
The one thing I
man.
know about
Appreciate
most bosses that I know are Geminis, keeping it 100. So
But same time, that may be true.
here we go.
We make something clear though. Cancers is the best sign. The June ones. June Cancer.
I
Well,
don't
you
know,
damn
man.
near a Gemini, Joe.
June Cancers
You a
is the
cuss.
best sign.
You a
That's
Cancer,
February
Gemini,
Pisces be
cuss.
doing
I
our
might
thing.
have-
You know what I'm saying?
I can kind of almost, feel him on that because my son is a Gemini and they share the same birthday. You know what I'm saying? So I can agree to that a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Glory Boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Little
man.
Jilla Beats. You dig what I'm saying?
For real.
Check this out, y'all. Look, man, we gonna kick this off like this week, man. Emotional bullying, man. Y'all know what emotional bullying is?
Why don't you
Dude.
explain?
Go ahead and hit the people with the explanation. right
Well,
quick.
this is my explanation or definition of
Yeah.
emotional bullying, and what I get from that is, like, say for instance, you have like something private about yourself, right?
Mhm.
But you choose to share this information with somebody that you feel close to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then this person turns around and try to emotionally use it against you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't like that shit.
Sound like
I don't
manipulation.
like that shit.
I
Yeah,
was
it's
just
like
gonna say,
That's some sucker stuff right there.
it's like-
Manipulation,
it's like
yeah.
manipulation.
It is
you know what I'm saying?
manipulation.
And I see that a lot online too, though.
Yeah.
I see that a lot online. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people that know stuff about other people,
Yeah.
and when they get into it, they use this information to like
Have one up.
But that's
Yeah.
emotional cyberbullying.
Right. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
And I get you saying though, because that happens a lot of family dynamics too. You know what I'm saying? When people do that and they're like, all right, it could have been like 10 years ago or something. They're like, yeah, you never told this information, but yeah, I'm gonna get you to do what I want you to do. You know what I'm saying? Or move how I want you to move. If you don't do that, then guess what? You're out the bag. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
And that's real crazy.
That happens a lot in business.
It does.
People
It
play
does.
the manipulation game like real hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
it's fucked up.
It
It's
is.
definitely messed up.
Yeah.
It happens a lot in life,
It does.
A lot of people use that emotional manipulation, or what was the definition? What was the word you used for
Emotional bullying.
emotional bullying to get you to do what they want you to do for fear of exposure. Like I'm gonna expose this about you that you don't want nobody else to know, which is why a lot of people is not comfortable with sharing things about themselves, which is why a lot of people end up dealing in mental illnesses or mental disorders because they can't share the information because somebody once manipulated them with that same information. You know, so it's a tough subject. But people doing that all day, every day, women doing it to men, and you know, that's why I guess Q-Ball say I don't care about no damn tears type of stuff, you know, because
they start crying and shit, all that fake ass shit, man. Like, come on, let's be for real. You know what I'm saying? Let's be for real.
But you know,
it's before or after the manipulation part.
Right.
This is like once you catch on,
same time.
But also once you catch on to the bullshit, then here come the waterworks. Here come the apologies. The I'm sorry. You know what the I'm sorry is? I'm sorry is imagine a big ass window pane. And the motherfucker throw a brick through it. And it don't fall out, but the whole thing shatter. And they come, my fault, and put a band-aid on it. That's what an apology and I'm sorry is, bro. Because you did that shit, you meant to do that shit.
That's a good analogy.
As an adult, how do you make that mistake?
Right, it's not one.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You meant to do that shit.
What do we do with that? What do we do with that?
Remove out of your life.
When it gets to the point where like I don't know, because
remove them out your life.
That's
what you do with it.
Where people do stuff to you that they probably didn't mean to do, but I don't know, like where does that fall?
Well, thing about it, you know, if it's one of them situations which is far few in between, if somebody it really didn't mean to do it, that's when you have that conversation. Again, we're talking about communication all the time. You know what I'm saying? Knowing who you're dealing with, who you're involved with. If it wasn't, if it's a mistake, if it's an honest mistake, the conversation's had, it should never happen again, or even have how am I say, any kind of steps to getting close to happening again. That person should have a full understanding, like, I'll never do this again, and mean it, stand on it, you know what I'm saying, and move like that, and you have no more worries anymore. But if it gets close to happening again, like, you know what, I feel it coming. You about to do that stupid stuff one more time. I'm cool on you.
Yeah, so it's more so about determining an authentic apology from that manipulation. I'm just covering this up so I could do it again to you.
Exactly.
Apologies sometimes turn into manipulation tactics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, because they'll just keep doing the same shit over and over and over. I mean, you can't make a person change.
No.
It's up to you to keep accepting that shit, though. How many cheeks you got?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how many you got?
Shit, 4.
They're gonna demonstrate. They're gonna demonstrate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, in the midst of you having a conversation with someone, you're right. You could be on a phone call. It could be FaceTime. It could be in person. They're gonna show you the signs right then and there as their responses that if they meant it or not. You know what I'm saying? You can read it. You'll read it. You'll pick up on it. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, though, it's up to you if you want to keep receiving that. That's emotional abuse, man. Like,
it definitely,
you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to keep accepting that, there's something wrong in the aspect of, you know, your processing. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely need a healing. And then on top of that, the other person, they definitely need healing. If they're conditioned to that and that's all they've been around, they grew up in a kind of environment and that's all they know, they're not going to know until somebody points it out to them. You know what I'm saying? Okay, look, this is an issue. You know what I'm saying? You need to get help with that. Now, you keep them around. They keep doing it. That's something you're choosing. Life's choices. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And speaking of health, you know, for the record, for the men out there, June is Men's Mental Health Month.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, if you're feeling like you need to speak with someone, if you feel like you need a therapist, a confidant, I don't know, do that though. You know what I'm saying? Speak to somebody, because you don't want to hurt no one. You don't want to hurt yourself.
You
know what I'm saying? So just, you know, please, if you feel like you need help, reach out to somebody.
Definitely do.
And there ain't nothing wrong with getting help.
Matter of fact, I hope I can find the number. If I do find the number, you're going to see it right here.
Yeah, most definitely.
You'll see it right here.
Now you gotta find the number.
So, go find it for y'all.
You now have a responsibility. Put that number at the bottom of the screen.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. The sad part about that is when people emotionally manipulate others, they make it harder for people to trust somebody else, we get put into situations where for years people do that because they know where your soft spot's at. They know how to get to you, or I know what to do to make this person be okay with me again. But that ruins that person for a real opportunity to be able to come into their lives because they're so post-traumatically stressed out about what has happened to them from this person, or now I can't trust nobody else. And like, it's so fucked up that we do this to each other as people because we are ruining people for their future when it comes down to somebody who might actually be that honest piece of person in business and relationship or whatever it is that you need, but you've been fucked over so many times. You ain't trying to hear nothing nobody say because you've been manipulated too much.
Now check this out.
That's
I
a good
just
point.
want you to read this real quick out loud. It's my phone.
Okay. Disrespect will close doors that apologies can't open. Be careful how you treat people you think you don't need. That's facts.
What up? This episode is being sponsored by CRSMG Radio.
All music, all the time.
You've never heard radio like this.
Now, I promise you, make sure you download that app. It's in the App Store and Google Play Store. It is worldwide. See what I'm saying?
That's facts.
See what I'm saying?
That's facts. Yeah.
And I went through that, go through that. I ain't gonna even say go through that, but I went through that, you know what I'm saying? Dealing with the music with like just so many different artists because you know what I'm saying? And it's always like, let me try to manipulate the situation so I can, you know what I'm saying, reap the benefits, not knowing me, I'm gonna cut you off. You know, once that's what you want, ask somebody. Didn't I cut you off? All you gotta do is ask somebody.
Not real talk though. Yeah, real talk.
Need Jilla fuck with you? No.
Yeah.
Why not? They ain't gonna really tell you why, but it's manipulation is real. That's why I say it happens often in business. It don't even matter the business, but in business, manipulation is real. You know what I'm saying?
And then it's like this too, like people who do the manipulating, whoever they manipulating, they looking at like they stupid, bro.
Exactly.
Right.
So that's disrespect in itself.
That's huge.
That's right.
That's disrespect in itself.
The cutoff.
And that's why apologies and sorries ain't shit.
That's
well,
why
we gotta stand
real.
up to the manipulation at this point. It's like, people, what they say, everybody feel like this is a year of exposure and all that stuff, but it's time to expose the fact, like, you're not finna play in my face. You not
we
like
too
tell
grown
people
for that.
you are not
them
about
boundaries.
to manipulate.
Those boundaries,
and use the word, say manipulate.
Man,
the cutoff.
Say that
grown
shit.
for that
Straight
shit.
up.
That's real talk though.
That you the stupid one.
That's true.
Out.
Man.
Because it's like a lot of times we be knowing, that the person trying to fool us, even though we ain't going for it, but they think they've succeeded at this shit. Then they walk off and try to do this to somebody else. Like,
no, you got a good point on that because it's like,
about it.
and it's crazy because I do speak on all this stuff, right? And it's crazy because people always ask me the same question. They're like, man, like, Verse, how you still doing what you do? How you still care about helping people? How you not letting this game mess you up? Because I've been wanting to quit. Other folks have quit. You know what I'm saying? I see people falling to the wayside all the time, all these years, right? And I tell myself, man, I said, well, basically, nutshell, when you have your mind made up and you know what you're here for, you're going to ride out that, you know what I'm saying, that purpose until it's time for you to go. And that's what keeps me going. So when I see everything y'all doing, y'all know me, I'll be like, look, I'll give you flowers anytime. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, keep doing what you're doing. I encourage you. Hey, man, y'all making me proud. You know what I'm saying? And I've had to ask people, I'm like, so I can do checks and balances myself to go, hey, you know what I'm saying? When I say that to you, do you feel some type of way? Is that okay me saying that? Because like, I've been in it so long to the point where, even behind the scenes helping people where I'm like, when I actually genuinely see people doing the work and working hard and putting themselves in positions, you know what I'm saying, and elevating, it makes me proud because I'm looking like, there's other folks that didn't make it this far. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Other folks that like thought it was a hobby or thought it was a game or, whatever, and didn't put themselves in positions or care to because they just want to look cool, be popular, be amongst the cliques. You know what I'm saying? Like, for whatever reason it is, right? So, when I'm saying those things and then people start responding recently, they're like, nah, man, it means a lot you saying that because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what you've done out here, and how you've moved and helped other people at the extent you have, you know what I'm saying? In the point where y'all told me this before, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, look, the stuff you do is top tier, and I'm like, man, I appreciate that. Like, nah, for real, stuff, y'all like the stuff you've been doing and the way you help people and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? You don't really have to try to, mix with other people because at the end of the day, you don't really need them. They need you. And I'm like, man, and it's been resonating a lot lately. And I'm like, look, I'm like, you know what? And I had to start really standing on what we're talking about now. You know what I'm saying? Even more so on the boundaries. People are like, oh, shoot, you really ain't playing. I'm like, nah, man. I gave y'all a lot of years of trying to do certain things, put y'all in position, you know what I'm saying, encourage, and even do stuff for the free 99 at certain points. Mm-hmm. But those that, you know what I'm saying, that I see are working hard for themselves, I have no problem, you know, hey, look, let me put you in this position. Let me put you over here. No, Diddy. Let me put you over here, you know what I'm saying, help you with this, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love to do. It's a passion of mine anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's not like to everybody, you know what I mean? But the manipulation part, it's like one of those things where you sit back and like, dang, you know, because it's not like you don't notice it. Like you said, people think you're stupid. They don't think that you really know what's going on or paying attention to it. And in all these years, I'm like, I just sit back and I'm like, are you serious right now? So then when I call somebody's bluff, they're like, what you mean? I'm like, what you mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like you might think you're pulling wool over somebody's eyes, but you know what I'm saying? There's nothing new under the sun. I've seen this a million times before. So what you're doing is you're making yourself look stupid. You know what I'm saying? You're burning bridges and you may not even think that, but because you see, and this is probably going to get to what you were saying, that contaminated air I always talk about. Most people, they deal with it and they thrive off of it. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason it is, and it's like an excitement, almost like another one. I can do another one. You know what I'm saying? Watch this. Hey, check it out. Hey, look, y'all know how we do. It's like this, right? The next thing you're looking like, man, are you serious right now? You thought you was playing me. You know what I'm saying? Now you done burnt that bridge. And the folks that you're trying to impress that aren't really impressed aren't going to help you do anything. They're not going to help you advance. They're not going to help your career. You know, none of those things. So it's like one of those things where it's like self-eliminating. You know what I mean? They eliminate themselves from actually having a good career and actually growing. So it's like, you know, my advice, as well as everybody else telling you this advice, people that watching here, get away from that stuff, man. Get away from those people. Set up your boundaries, you know what I'm saying, and think positively, move positively. You know what I'm saying? Seek out the proper information and get with those who really are movers and shakers for real. Not fake gatekeeping, none of that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And really, really get with solid people that are positive, that stand for truth, man. And you're going to go far, life and in business.
One of the key things you said in the midst of all that, though, a lot of these type of people we like talking about or complaining about or whatever, like you said, 9 times out of 10, they need you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Them people that's constantly hitting you up, trying to pull the manipulation thing, all the scammers and all, they need you. You know what I'm saying? You don't really need them. And
right.
You know, the work that people do, individuals do is you know, top tier. So of course they call, and of course they reaching out, of course they finna try to charge you, because you know what I'm saying, they know what they coming to get. You know what I'm saying? So let me try to see if I can slick my way in, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And all of the people who know the people that don't need nobody, all them people always try to scam those people.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's facts.
Which is crazy.
I promise
It's crazy.
you.
It's facts though. Yeah.
But it's
But
real.
people don't really think of that. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody who don't need nobody, it's people always trying to scam them.
Facts. That's facts.
Even the people, some of the people that need the help too. But trust me on that. You know what I'm saying? Because it has happened. Well, it hasn't happened to me because I see the shit a mile away. I've been in this game a long time.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But people will try to scam you. They will try to like come to you with a proposition and attach themselves to what you got going on to make them look good.
Right. Like it's doing you a favor.
Right. Like it's doing me a favor.
Right.
And they trying to look good to somebody else.
Right.
By attaching themselves to me. Like, no, man. It don't work like that, man.
Ever.
It don't work like that, man. Because I have never tried to attach myself to nothing or nobody.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like I work, like I'm for real work. You know what I'm saying? And everything that I am attached to, I was either asked to join or built it myself.
Yep.
What up? This episode is being sponsored by CRSMG Radio.
All music, all the time.
You've never heard radio like this.
And I promise you, make sure you download that app. It's in the App Store and Google Play Store. It is worldwide.
Yep.
So I have never just coattailed onto nothing though.
And that's what sets us apart. That's why I said, you know, as far as, you know, saying everybody in this room, shoot, you know what I'm saying? That's how we all move. You know what I mean? So it's like other folks, you know, when you basically innovators. we're innovators, you know what I'm saying, and visionaries, and a lot of people aren't that and they have the capability, but they've never tapped into it. So the only thing they can do is attach themselves to other things and try to figure out, hey, how can I get that? So that's where we come to the part of the scams and getting over and manipulating, because they're like, okay, I got to get whatever it is you got. I got to get some of that. So that way, no Diddy, I got to get some of that. So that way, so that way, you know what I'm saying, I can act like I created something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Then when it doesn't go a certain way and it don't exactly, and it falls, yep, exactly. And then when that happens, then they're like, okay, what's the next thing? Okay, well, the thing that I tried to steal from Ejilla didn't work. Let me see what cue ball got going on.
You a creative leech.
You see that all around the house. I just recently saw something. Niggas be on every team.
Man, I just recently saw
something. And it's the reason why they been over there, why they been over there, and why they been over there, and why they back over there. Like, come on, man. It's a reason why you're running back around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't got their own thing. They need people like us to get something cracking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm finna like rub the shine you got. I'm finna steal some ideas.
Yeah.
I'm finna steal your energy. Like
all of the years that we see people bouncing from this to this to this to this to this, like it be years of that.
Yeah.
No, I know. I said that the other day.
So my thing is, out of all them years, you still ain't did your own shit.
No,
you still haven't done your own shit.
Yeah, think about it. It takes too much work for people to think outside the box. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you an example. People always ask me all the time, like, well, why aren't you over here? Why aren't you over here? I said, man, I dedicated this is a couple years back. I dedicated a whole year and a half to making sure I was at different events, supporting different artists, investing in different artists, you know what I'm saying, putting them in positions, things like that. No Diddy again. You know what I'm saying? So that way I can make sure that, you know what I'm saying, like, you can never complain and say nobody supported you, nobody advised you, nobody invested in you, none of those things. And I was doing 2 and 3 and 4 events a freaking day. Like, everybody see me out there like, dang, he everywhere. But I literally was doing that for a reason, out of my own pocket, my own time, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it cost a lot of freaking money, but I did it because I'm like, I'm gonna show y'all something. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all talk all this talk out here. Now, if you're really about this career, you're gonna do these things for yourself that I just showed you or advised you to do. You're going to take those steps and take that initiative. So then now it's like, you know, I've been out the way, you know what I'm saying? I'll do whatever, you know, I feel is like, okay, at a certain level of things, okay, that I need to do that. That's going to be something that needs to take place or whatever. Cause I feel like it, but the biggest focus I've had most recently, you know what I'm saying, over the last, year and a half now is I already conquered the local scene. You get what I'm saying? So for my travels and things like that, you know, going out of state and everything, I'm like, all right, you know what? Y'all don't want to go out of state to, you know, to figure this stuff out. Let me try to bring opportunities from out of state back into our state. You know what I'm saying? To try to, no, I'm saying like that's what I was doing. So I'm like, all right, fine. So then, like I said, I slowed it down to the point where I was like, you know what? Those who are working harder for themselves than any of us have to, you know, try to work to get them to certain points or advise them or direct them, whatever. If they're doing that hard work, cool, I got you. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm seeing you over there conquering the local, and now okay, you know what? You reached your ceiling here. You know what I'm saying? Even if you do or don't realize it, let me go ahead and open the door to get you outside that box, that bucket. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I started doing it that way in the whole nine. As I told you the other day, I was like, look, I said, I was like, man, let me know all the stations in the whole nine. You know, Jill station. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get, you know, Shannon station, trying to get everybody's stations because I got other networks that I'm connected to. That I'm trying to make it a bigger, a huge thing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you know what? Stop thinking local, think globally. I always say that, global over local. Everybody know that. So I'm like, all right. And with everything we're doing, so even with you opening, and I take my hat off because everybody knowing if they haven't been paying attention under a rock somewhere, the fact that you've been breaking records, you know what I'm saying, you know, on the different stations, even more so lately, you know what I'm saying. If they're not paying attention, there's something wrong with them, you know what I mean. Between that part of it, even the nightclub, you know what I'm saying, what you guys already been mixing on the nightclub, you know what I'm saying, like everything we're all attached to and doing is, you know, for a greater cause in the whole nine. And if folks aren't paying attention, that's on them. But the thing is, going back to that whole, why they've been doing this all these years. Why aren't they doing this and doing that? Because it's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I look cool if I'm in the room with all y'all. I'm like, hey, I could just sit here, keep doing the same thing over and over again. I still look cool to y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. And it goes back to the mental health stuff. Because if you weren't one of those people that was fitting in cool, you know what I'm saying, a part of the cool clique, or, you know, playing sports or whatever, or having those experiences, you know, socially growing up, a lot of people take to oh shoot, I can recreate my identity by acting like I'm this or acting like I'm that, or I mean, artist. So long. Exactly, that facade don't last long. You're right, it don't last that long.
It's like Jilla said, they better check their financial health too, because that's the problem. Facts. A lot of them don't have money to make nothing keep going.
Speaking of, I got a question for some of y'all. Me and a partner of mine was having a conversation, and he actually brought this up, and I was like, you know what? You fucking right. I just want to know where y'all songs be at when we be looking for them on the thing. Where y'all songs be at?
Wait.
Like what?
Wait, what you
elaborate? I need you to elaborate real quick. I need you to elaborate real quick. You know what I mean? I need you to elaborate a little bit.
Stories or something. What you mean?
Say for instance, a person drop a song, right?
I know what you saying though.
But then maybe I just say maybe 5 months later.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just use that little amount of space. 5 months later, I go to Spotify or Apple Music and it's gone.
Oh, I might have a solution for that part.
Well, I know what the solution is.
Okay. I know what the problem is. That's what I was gonna say. Not the solution, the problem. Yes, sir.
Y'all in the viewing audience.
That sucks.
Yeah, it really does suck.
That sucks.
Because I be in certain places and I be like, man, this certain artist, woo. Let me let you hear this.
And you can't find that shit. So I think I can break it down for you. So he said 5 months. I'm gonna say the next year because it's an annual thing, right?
Yeah. Yep.
You mean to tell me, Joe, y'all ain't getting that much traction? You can't even put 1999,
right?
I knew y'all was going
to renew your account because.
Facts.
I mean, y'all know DistroKid made it easy for y'all. You dig what I'm saying? Right. I was with TuneCore when it was whatever for every individual thing, whether it was a single, whether it was an album.
Right.
You had to pay for the credits, to get the joint released. So what I'm saying is,
CD Baby the same way.
DistroKid, it was 24 to 48 hours. You could drop a single hit. That's why all this music pop up out here. But like he said, all right, man, I liked it that he dropped that last year. You get the no search found.
You know where it looks even more funnier? On the curated playlist that I have.
Oh, they just drop off. They just disappear.
I be in this one. I'm like, okay, yeah. They be like, what's that song that was right there? And they're looking at. No, look, you don't even.
Wow.
This got to be embarrassing for whoever don't be on their business. These folks scrolling, right? And it showed right there. Your song is missing as your name, your song title, and everything is sitting as missing. So it's like this, and it's why ain't that playing? They trying to play it, but it's missing.
That's crazy.
In other words, all the capping and all of this, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm going here, I'm going there. My music is doing, your music ain't doing nothing because your music is not gaining enough traction to even pay for itself on a yearly subscription.
Oh, I got,
and that's $19.99.
I gotta say one thing on that part.
You can't sell 20 units.
Yeah, look. And that's the low. Y'all know when we tell y'all stuff is educational. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to tell you, the wrongs, the rights, the do's, the don'ts, and how to, go to
stop cashing out as soon as you get about $5.
You know what I'm saying?
That they cashing out. That's what's going on.
But the other part is though,
man, so somebody send them a text, man. Joe, I just downloaded your song, and about 10 of them go. Oh, let me get that.
Why y'all 40 though? They do that though.
That's crazy.
But you know what the crazy thing is too though, and it's the other part of those subscriptions and the annual subscription. The crazy part about it is, like the way it's set up, they're like, oh yeah, you can pay this, subscription and you can, upload as much music as you want to. Yeah. But the thing is, right? And I had somebody do this the other day. I said, don't take my word for it. Go look at your favorite not favorite artist, your favorite indie artist, right? If they don't do the proper setup and get the proper subscription, they don't own their songs. Still, it's a DK Records on that mug. That's DistroKid Records, bro. That means DistroKid own that until you decide you either upgrade your subscription, or handle a server. You can't even change the your record company name or any of that information. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you do or don't do, DistroKid own it still.
See,
I hate it.
That's what I've been saying, man.
I hate it.
These service
I hate
providers,
that for
bro.
people.
These service
true, though.
providers,
Yeah.
listen, y'all. These service providers, they is getting a stupid bag, bro.
Yes.
And ain't stepped a foot in the studio a day in the life, bro.
And the label's still making money off of it because they're partnering
They
with
ain't
them.
never spit a bar, wrote a song, nothing. Produced a beat. They ain't even played the tambourine on shit, like nothing.
They didn't make a lyric suggestion.
What up? This episode is being sponsored by CRSMG Radio.
All music, all the time.
You've never heard radio like this.
I promise you, make sure you download that app. It's in the App Store and Google Play Store. It is worldwide. They just racking up, man.
Pay for that publishing.
but rewind though, back it up.
Yeah.
You can't sell 20 units.
To make your song play.
Hear
one
me
more
out.
year.
20 units. And we just gonna say a single. That's 99 cents, B. As an individual artist, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong on the numbers now because I ain't in that package. But
Yeah.
I think it's $20 annually.
Yeah, it's about that.
1999.
It's around that.
19.
You ain't
You
got
have
20
12 months in a year. You hear?
Yeah.
And niggas can't sell 20 units. But we got all this. We need to get paid to come out perform. We got all this cracking down on the promoters, all this trash talking to promoters. Y'all can't even keep y'all distro counts up. Keep y'all mute. We ain't gonna even talk like that. I don't even want to talk like that because people take shit and run with it, and then here come all the sneak this and all.
But it is what it
But
is.
it is
But
what
it's
it is.
true.
I really
It's
don't
facts.
care. But I'm
The
but
emotional bullying, huh?
Yeah, they get the emotional
Topic of the day.
cyberbullying. We call that was
Yeah.
cyberbullying, and when they talking online, but. It's bigger than that. Like to
It
the
is.
upcoming artists, like you got to make sure you stand on top of your business. You know what I'm saying? And using these DSPs, you got to know which ones to use. There's people out here that got information that can guide you in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody not sending everybody off. You just got to talk to the right people. You know what I'm saying? And when you do start and get your stuff, like man, like give your music a chance. Like let it grow. Don't see that little $25 you get like soon as you drop something.
Right.
Because family definitely gonna support you. That's probably all your family right there. Don't cash out. Let it sit and let it grow. It's just like putting money in a bank account. Now I don't know about all the interest stuff, but it's like having money in a bank account. At least you have the money in there to re-up.
Facts.
Because
Facts.
every
Yeah.
song don't get hot that first month, that first year. You know what I'm saying? That first few
Right.
years. You know what I'm saying? But you still need your stuff to be out there. So if I go search Versatile with this song he made in 2020, it should still be there.
Facts.
It shouldn't be gone. You know what
And
I'm
you
saying?
know what else too? People be having multiple songs. Like you could upload multiple songs for that 1 yearly subscription.
Yeah.
They have multiple songs planned that will probably reach a different person. Like each song will probably reach a different
Yeah.
demographic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But why is it still not rolling in though? And you got different songs, not just one.
Yeah.
Because this song could be making $20. This song could be making 20. This song could be making 20. This song could be making 20, but they not doing it.
It's not
'Cause they
rolling
don't-
in because they not pushing it. It's because they've made it so easy to just release music now. It's more so a competition thing with, oh, I'm dropping songs. Oh,
Yep.
you dropped a song, I'm finna drop a song too. It goes back to
So
the
it goes-
Me Too shit. You
it
know
goes
what I'm
back
saying?
to
So
the-
somebody drop a song.
Yeah,
man,
that's what I'm saying.
finna
I'm
drop a
saying-
song.
exactly. I
You know
said
what
that
I'm
a while
saying?
ago, but
You
it's-
drop a song, oh, I'm finna drop a song too. It's too easy to drop songs. That's why they don't, again, give your music a chance. You gotta
Yep.
really push that shit. You gotta really put some marketing and promo behind it. You gotta put some money
The roll.
behind it. Long story
Like
short.
you said
know
the
what I'm
reason
saying?
why it ain't rolling in is because they're not doing a proper rollout.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Think about it
too.
realistically, because like you know what I'm saying. Okay, one of the things I've been saying this for almost a year now, actually. But as far as the streaming services, you know what I'm saying, like seeing the stuff that's coming, way back here. But the thing I've been telling people, I'm saying, don't bank on the streaming services being your primary outlet as far as, you know what I'm saying, your music and everything, especially payouts or whatever. But the thing you said a second ago, that was good. What's
Yo,
funny?
what?
That would be,
Your primary.
Primary.
Oh.
What do you think I said?
Prying Mary.
We'll come back to that.
My bad.
We'll come back to that. But seriously, because like, basically in a nutshell, like I said, for last year, I've been trying to, encourage people, the artists, like, hey, look, use that as something that's like almost like a supplemental, so to speak, type thing. But your primary, start gearing yourself towards direct to consumer. You know what I'm saying? We talked about this a couple of times on here. Direct to consumer. You know what I mean? Get your website. You know what I'm saying? Be able to start selling your merchandise. Go have something that's available, so you're not depending solely on the streaming services. Because just like the record labels have been falling, the streaming services are falling. They're not going to advertise and put that out there, but that's what's been going on. Why I think you see so many new distribution companies popping up. You know what I'm saying? They're independently owned and stuff, because they're like, hey, it's like this is a way we can try to get on that bag, boom. But direct to consumer is always the best way. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. And so I was going to, before you said the primary, I don't know what you said. But no, what you said, as far as, if they let that money sit in there, you know what I'm saying? If they don't make $25 from them songs, right? And they're saying put it, use it as your annual to re-up your annual, right? That's a good explanation in the sense of a startup. If artists don't know business, that's a good way of introduction to a business mindset, because then you go, okay, you know what you made here, reinvest that back into your career. How you doing that? Reinvest it back into your annual subscription. That's small. That's nothing major, but it's a start to get you in the mindset of, this is how business is done. You have to have a return on your investment on anything you do business wise. So if I invest in myself, it'll come back. So when that money comes back, if I double it, triple it, whatever it is, let me take that original initial portion, put it over here. Same way they try to encourage you with credit cards and stuff. They're like, hey, look, when you're paying this down, boom, you pay that. Don't just think, okay, I just wipe that out. Use that, move that over to the other credit card. You know what I'm saying? And start paying that off. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the whole business mindset thing that, people are lacking. And once they grasp that concept, that's an easy way to start trying to approach it. You know what I'm saying? Let me take that. I made $25. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna murmur about it. Let me take that. I'll put this over here, so I ain't gotta worry about this for another year. I'm cool.
I say we taking it out and make a $25 singles and get on Instagram and take pictures. Take 25.
Money phone.
do them rollouts, man.
Check this out though. Also, in a right there with the direct to consumer thing, like when y'all getting ready to do that, like set up your sites, get something tangible that the consumer can hold. You know what I'm saying? Artwork, credits, they could read it, look at it, feel it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You also have to get with the DJs, and let me tell you why.
Agreed.
Let me tell you why. Because I believe that anybody who put music out and don't network with any DJs, and no DJs are playing their music or nothing, they Shazam reports is at 0.
Facts.
They Shazam reports is at 0, and I'm gonna tell you why. Why would they Shazam your song if they already streaming it?
Or if they already know you?
If they could just go to the what's the name and push play.
Yeah.
Ain't no reason to Shazam it.
Facts.
So you don't have a Shazam report.
Facts.
But check this out. But if a DJ playing your shit,
and
you just so happen to driving from fucking Chicago to Detroit or Detroit, Pennsylvania, and you riding through these states, and you turn the radio on and your shit on,
right?
You gonna have to pull over first of all, because your shit playing in a whole nother state. You don't even know it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Second of all, if it's another traveler, a passenger or whatever, they gonna Shazam that. Like, who is that?
Yeah.
That's where the Shazams come from, because somebody playing your music somewhere and somebody hearing it like, what is that?
Exactly.
But if y'all shit just streaming, they already know what it is. They push play on Apple Music. They push play on Spotify. They already know. So y'all missing out on a whole nother sector.
And that's why I said before, even when, you were saying before, like, man, why, as far as artists not contacting you, saying get the records played, why they're not contacting each other, why they're not contacting myself, because at the end of the day, we have access, like at a drop of a dime, push of a button, we go, okay, I got your service pack. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. Boom.
If the
drop it, if it's that kind of record,
if the record hot enough, I'm gonna contact the artist.
No, most definitely.
If the record hot, you know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
But like, other than that though, like,
But I'm saying as far as their reach, what they don't understand is, you know what I'm saying? Like,
definitely.
even feel like, okay, well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm cool on giving it to Q-Ball. I'm cool on giving it to Jill. I'm cool on giving it to Versatile. You don't miss, I'd say, roughly 2,000 different DJs throughout the country and overseas that would have had your record and spinning that record between us. Like, that's why I'm like, okay, hold up. And people have that local mindset. They don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell y'all, just sharing your link on social media is not gonna cut it. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. You have to reach out. You know what I'm saying? The DJ's always been an integral part to anything in this music industry. I don't care how far back you go, current, now, whatever. Ask anybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, you know, you want the DJ, oh, I'm gonna go in this club, you know, I'm paying them, you know, to spin my record or whatever. Okay. You still realizing that DJ is still an important part of it. And then
but guess what else though?
Go ahead.
That DJ not finna play that song in the club
That's what I
when
was
the prime
getting to.
time is.
That's what I was getting to.
They ain't finna play it at prime time at midnight.
Especially not knowing what the record is.
Shit. When the crowd jumping and all that, they not finna mess they set up and play your shit. And they don't even know what it sound like.
That's my point. That's a hazard, a whole hazard.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't finna do that. For real. They ain't finna do that on everything.
That's definitely how my strengths could be low, but my Shazams be high because my music is in the mixes and everybody's like, what song is that? Yeah. So I get a lot of Shazams because my songs are heard everywhere, and I'm like, damn, who listening to it in Africa? Like, what the fuck? You know, but
that's why it's important to keep your music up there because you never know who listening and where they listening at. You know what I'm saying? And find you a DSP where you can see your demographic better. You know what I'm saying? Like you can actually know where your stuff being played, where what device is coming from. Like.
Right. No, it's not that they got to find the right DSP. They got to register their shit right.
That's
that
part
too.
But
register their shit right.
Part. But
they do.
Last time I checked, like you really can't look in DistroKid like you can look in TuneCore and see certain stuff.
Right. No, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? And
they're more
like,
CD baby.
And then of course because Kid is like the easiest one. Everybody going, oh, it's the easiest and it's the cheapest. So most of the upcoming artists is going to DistroKid, you know what I'm saying? So they missing out on a whole side of the music pod of their own music because, you know what I'm saying, they not registering their stuff right.
But see, that's also the misperception though, because the ones that are the new artists that are coming out, they're like, hey, look, everybody's saying to go put your music on DistroKid. Yeah. They think that's the be all end all. Because even when I ask them, have consultations, whatever, I'm like, hey, is your music registered? Any, you know, PRO? What's PRO? Performance Rights Organization. What's that? BMI, ASCAP, CSAC, you know what I'm saying? Like you registered, you know, are you registered as what media base? Are you any of these things done? They're like, no, I should be good. It's on DistroKid. I'm like, that's not how that works.
That's what again,
that is not how that works.
Too easy to release music. Like I think that it's
by DistroKid.
They should change that.
DistroKid
like,
records
stuff should be already registered,
right?
Yeah,
and
before they even
put it up.
Before they even let you upload.
Exactly.
But the people are so excited to release music, they don't even go through the steps. I'm going through all the steps first. I'm gonna make sure I recorded it, however many times I needed to record it before I release it. I'm gonna do all of that stuff before I even touch it. I'm gonna make sure the publishing is right. I'm gonna get on media base because Nielsen, all that stuff has changed now. But I'm gonna do everything I have to do before I even decide to throw it out. But people so excited and so hype about, let me release this song. They don't go through none of that because it takes a little time. But it don't take that much time, 1 or 2 days.
And putting your music on media base is free.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
It's no cost.
It's free. But the thing is, it costs to have a media base account where you can see. You know what I'm saying? It costs like it's a lot too. It costs a lot to have a media base account. So my thing is, you need to either get with somebody who actually have a media base account,
right,
or get your own media base account,
right.
And the only way you're gonna see your stuff on media base is on from FM radio. Right. Streams don't be on media base.
Right.
Nope, terrestrial radio only.
Terrestrial radio only, and I guarantee you that there are independent artists in Chicago that has not registered on media base. That songs could be on media base because I'm on FM radio, terrestrial radio on #1 stations all over the country. What up? This episode is being sponsored by CRSMG Radio.
All music, all the time.
You've never heard radio like this.
I promise you, make sure you download that app. It's in the App Store and Google Play Store. It is worldwide.
And that's what I'm saying.
And a lot of people don't even. A lot of people know, but they. I don't know why they act as if it's nothing, or I don't know what the problem is. But I'm telling y'all again, like, listen, y'all are missing out on so much.
Those the only ways to get plaques.
Y'all are missing out
Big
on
facts.
so much.
But,
you know what I'm saying?
But and not only that, that's a part of the accumulation of your money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
One song can just make so many, at least 15 16
streams of
different
revenue.
checks.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, like a lot of people just cool with, man, I'm gonna put it up on DistroKid, boom, I was out on iTunes, let me send it to Shorty.
Right.
Yeah, but it goes back
You
to
know what I'm
the
saying?
it goes back to the want to be looking popular, you know, and looking
it's
looking
a
at certain
look.
status, and then what
It's
you
a
said
look.
as far as trying to compete with the other people. Oh, you put a record out, I'm gonna put a record out too. You know what I'm
And
saying?
you know how-
You know what I mean? And it's
It's just
unnecessary.
like
It's
if
unnecessary.
you go back in years, you know how raw that was when they start people first started figuring out how to put their own music on blank CDs.
Man,
When it really became out the trunk.
yeah.
Man, that was like the new crack out here. Like, man, bootlegs went up and everything. But to be able to, like, man, you can sit in your own basement and print your cover, print your CD.
Yep.
You really packing
You in
it.
that
Yeah.
bagging up.
You know what I'm saying? Like you in there bagging up. And that was the real direct to consumer. That's why they changed the game.
Yeah.
Because
We gotta get
everybody
back to
started
that, though.
doing it. That
That's
was
what I
the
was
real
saying.
definition of out the
We
trunk.
gotta
Get
figure
back
out how
to
to
that.
get back to direct to consumer, the digital way, but physical.
Yeah.
You
It's
know
almost
what
like
I'm saying?
the CDs though. I can give you an example. Since you're bringing it up, the same way you're okay. Let me go on this, the streaming service. So like, if you have your own website, if you have, what I'm saying, or even if you like use like what is it, Bandcamp? I think it's Bandcamp.com.
But see, the thing about all that, I don't mean to cut you off. But the thing about all that is, you still have to upload it somewhere.
No, I'm saying though,
on your site,
right? So doing that, I was going back to the CD part though. In comparison, you don't have to do it. Oops, you have to do it the CD way. You can. I mean, I don't mean it was for CDs, but you know what I'm saying. If you do it that same way, the same concept, you can do the QR code cards and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It takes them right to where they can get your stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can
but that's still digital though.
As far as what for them,
for the artists, for the consumer, it's digital for the consumer because I want you to have my shit in your hand.
oh, you still sell the CDs,
But
nobody got CD players.
no. I'm saying here's what I'm saying. Okay, because look, most vehicles now don't come with CD players, right. So it has to be digital. No matter how you try to look at it, shape or form, it has to be it has to be digital. The part you're talking about, and the reason why I can say that part, as far as still putting up the CDs, so there's something tangible. You can sell them like, I know I can't play it as a collector's item. Here you go. You know what I'm saying? It has the artwork in there to see. Here you go. You know what I'm saying? Because my boy Jerry Robinson, he's with Strange Music. He did the same thing. He was like, I'm gonna try this. So he did the digital stuff, but also he had to print the CDs, you know what I'm saying, as well as T-shirts, right? And sold it as a package thing. You know what I'm saying? So okay, boom, you get that.
Merchandise and your stuff.
You know what I'm saying? And then so when you order this,
the physical stuff
CD
pushed the digital.
Thank you.
So when they got the CD, they opened. Oh, like damn, I ain't got no CD player though. I got this T-shirt. Oh, here go a QR code.
You know what I'm saying?
It, and that's gonna take them.
But they got it when they ordered it. It took them straight there too.
Cool. Right.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Took them to the when they purchased it. They purchased it,
cool
and it takes
right
them to the actual site for their music. You know what I'm saying? So you get both. You get both the digital and the physical. Once you order that, so it's okay. No, here's the price. Boom. All right, you order that. Okay, cool, no problem. Here's the link so you can listen to it right now. But your stuff's on the way.
So that all boils down to merch.
Facts.
It all boils down to merch.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't have, like I said before, I'm gonna say it again, y'all, because some of y'all may have missed that episode. But there has been plenty times where I went to events and there has been artists that was cold in the motherfucker. I'm talking about. But after I left, I didn't know who they were. I didn't know who they were. I couldn't find them. I didn't know their Instagrams. I didn't have a T-shirt. They didn't give me a card. They didn't give me their music on the jump drive. They just got up there, performed, shot their little Instagram videos or whatever TikToks, and got the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm like, damn.
And you know what's crazy? To piggyback off of that, one of the most key moments they should be doing that, especially not even just the local singing stuff, but if you're gonna pay a lot of money to open for a major artist, you should definitely be capitalizing, utilizing those steps in the process he just said. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you have stuff there because whoever's seeing you on that stage, not everybody might remember you. They're not there for you. You know what I'm saying? But if that's the look you're going for or look you have merch on hand. You know what I'm saying? So that way you have somebody else man your merch. You know what I'm saying?
I seen that though, like the last show I DJ, I think I DJ for Millie's.
Mm-hmm.
Man, them artists came. They had they little poster boards and everything on the real. They had their homies up there walking around. You know, and everybody was in uniform. They had shirts.
Yep,
they was advertising. You know what I'm saying? So that was
the right way.
Like now I don't know their name, but I can remember that they had their stuff. You know what I'm saying? And there was a couple of artists. Everybody got on stage. They was taking their time because niggas was just pulling up they banners, putting them on the side of them, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like how when Taco pop out, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He come with his stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like artists got to do. But that's what it's always been though. The only difference is now is that they just hit us with the digital stuff because again, they took the physical pieces from us because we learned how to duplicate them on our own without the record label.
Right.
Yeah. And the record labels was dying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was like everybody started doing the Master P thing, you know what I'm saying? It became more independent. A lot of people was already independent. Like it was like the West Coast guys, they were so ahead of the game as far as out the trunk with it. You know what I'm saying? That's why
rich.
It ain't. Yeah, they was getting rich. That's why it ain't really matter like back then because you know they had they state long. They can just go up and down their state and just out the trunk and go platinum. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But when they picked up on that, they took that away from us, and now we just gotta accept what they throw out. This how much you sold. This how many downloads you got.
But that's what getting creative gets though. That's what getting creative with it comes into play. Because think about it. Even when we had the accessibility and we figured it out, okay, hey, we can pop these CDs, right? You still have to try to figure out, get creative with it, you know what I'm saying? Because there's going to be other folks following suit, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, let me do this over here, go over here, and then make sure my stuff looks like this, let me present it a certain way. You still have to get creative with it. So same thing like, we said a second ago, basically in a nutshell, like I said, do not rely on the streaming services as your primary. Don't do that, you know what I'm saying? That's just a little supplemental because you're not making much off of it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So them little few dollars that come in off of it, going back to what you said, put that back over there for your annual, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you make off of that extra, cool, whatever, so be it. But put yourself in a situation to have direct to consumer. You know what I'm saying? Like by any means necessary. Like we're talking about the whole package thing. Hey, no Diddy. But you know what I'm saying? Put the whole package thing. Give them your package. Again, no Diddy. Dang, I've been saying it a lot today. But anyway, man. But you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, for real, like, get creative with it. Do something that nobody else is doing. And the thing I was to say, as far as the people, you may not know the artist on what they had, right? I mean, who they were, right? And you notice their motion and how they did that. I guarantee you didn't forget that though. So when next time you see them, right, it's gonna be in your mind. You're gonna say, "Oh yeah, that was you last time." But and I guess what? I guarantee you, next time you see, you can be like, you know what? I need to get some off you real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't remember last time, but now I do. You know what I mean? So let me get that. Whatever it is you got. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of the things where you want to keep that impression in somebody's mind. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if it's a local show, a major show. I don't care what it is. A tour, I don't give a doggone. Make your presence known. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's oversaturated. You know what I mean? There's so many. I had to tell somebody the other day. I said, look, man, because other states, and it's crazy. Other states, they go through a certain mode. Different the different coalitions, right?
Yeah.
And they'll hit me. They're like, hey, artists over here. I'm like, artists in all these areas, no problem. I'll send them your way, right? So when I look at it and I do the comparison of numbers, I was like, doggone. And people might think, okay, you're from Chicago, you're in Chicago, so you're going to say that. I'm like, no, look at the numbers. We have, and I kid you not, easily, quality artist-wise, if anybody does the numbers and really totals it up, we got a few hundred, right? Most of the places, they might have 5, 10, if that, you know what I'm saying? They're struggling and different. I'm trying to get artists over here, but we don't have it like that. So that you send artists this way from Chicago. Okay, cool, no problem, right? But we have so much here to the point where you have to get creative. You have to do something to stand out because it's superly oversaturated. Now, if you go to some other state, whatever, you're going to blow the heck up. You know what I'm saying? Not saying stay there. Well, we talked about the process. If you take the process, get creative, direct to consumer, and you go to another state where we're struggling as far as artists is concerned, you're going to be like the biggest thing that ever came through that city.
What up? This episode is being sponsored by CRSMG Radio.
All music, all the time.
You've never heard radio like this.
And I promise you, make sure you download that app. It's in the App Store and Google Play Store. It is worldwide. Well, I'm going to say this, and we're going to, end it, because I think past
We might have one.
Yeah, check this out.
We going in.
You have to be creative, artists.
You do.
You really have to be creative because there has been times where, because I've been in the CD era, you know what I'm saying? And there has been times where I have passed up plenty artists because they'll come to me with a CD with just their name and a marker. Or something, or the name of the song with a marker or something. Shit. No artwork, no nothing. Like you got to be creative to catch the attention of the consumer.
Agreed.
Creative, you know means you care.
Right.
Facts.
You gotta care about your work, your product.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You putting out product.
You have to. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, another thing, artists, I just hope y'all take everything we say and, you know, with a grain of salt, you know what I'm saying? And just try to, you know, at least do your own research on the things that we talk about. I mean, you don't have to take our word for it, but just do your own research, you know what I'm saying, on what we talk about.
Yeah.
Just to know and have the knowledge of everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anybody got any last words they want to say?
No, it was good.
Nah, I'm gonna say this. I was gonna stick with the DSP. No, I am gonna say this. Fuck it. When was the last time you downloaded a song and you actually got the file?
Damn.
So think about that.
Yeah.
With the streaming services.
Right.
Yeah.
When the last time? Because every platform you really just push and play. You can go to it, find artists, push and play.
That's what I was saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't care who it is. Anybody favorite artist, like somebody come out. Dr. Dre can come out. For example, Dre come out with something today, and it's like, man, I need that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are you streaming it or are you downloading it?
Well,
And if you download it, do you got the file to the point where you can put it on the CD?
Fortunately for us being part of the, you know, saying the coalitions and stuff, we get them.
We know how to get it.
We got a fortunate
regular person.
Think about that to the regular people out here. This for the artists, you know. Just really think that's just something. We gonna put that for the next episode. But think about that though. When was the last
to give you an answer on that a little bit right there? That Bandcamp.com I was telling you about allows them to do that. Allows any
to download the file.
That as well. Yep, as well as stream it as well. That's why I was saying that. When you look at the website, you can be like, oh, that's what he meant, because there's the digital, the download. You can do physical as well as merchandise.
And there you go. Yeah. There you have it. You feel me? See what I'm saying? Education and informative. All the time.
Unplugged.
So with that being said, thank y'all for watching the Unplugged Talk podcast. I am DJ Q Ball. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at I am DJ Q Ball.
Each Beats on everything.
This is versatile everywhere.
And make sure y'all following the Unplugged Talk podcast at the Unplugged Talk podcast on Instagram and everywhere your thumbs work, except the no Diddy parts. Sheesh. Feel me? Easy.
All right.